and shit. Like shit's nuts.
Yeah.
Um, hmm. All right, cool, cool, cool. Yeah. All right, a new topic. We're gonna be starting to do this more often. It's called retro movie versus. So the two, we're basically picking two old movies that we've seen or we haven't seen. Two old movies, and we're trying to putting them together to see if they both still either hold up. That's the first question. Do they hold up? And the second question is which movie is better. Old movies can be, for me personally, 2010 and back is an old movie. Like you know
Mhm.
what I mean? 2010 is back. That's just me. Like so the two movies we picked for today were the TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 1990 movie, versus Teen Wolf, the 1985 movie. All right, Fool Boy. Um, tell me about Teen Wolf.
18 Wolf is about my nigga Scott, who plays basketball and who wants to be kind of unique and be like get the girl. This girl, I forgot the girl's name. Some blonde girl. She's like the most popular girl on the team. She's a cheerleader. And he's not really popular at all. And he has, I believe, two friends. One Styles, his boy, and then some other girl who likes him, who I don't remember the name of that either because it's so long ago. But apparently, he wants to be on a good basketball team, but his basketball team sucks, and he wants to be popular so he can get all the girls he wants. And basically, what happens is while he was playing basketball, he just learns that he can become a wolf. And everyone kind of it's kind of weird because everyone kind of accepted it, and he becomes the new popular guy in school because of his supernatural abilities.
Okay. So, what's your? Give me some parts of the characters, plots, stuff like that. What that you enjoy?
Okay, the first part of the movie that I enjoy is the music. I would say the music has that real like 80s to 70s sound. It's really upbeat, which I really enjoy. Like I the first scene I enjoyed was when Styles was on top of the car car surfing basically, and Scott was driving the car and they were just kind of grooving out
You
cuz
could tell that that's like legendary. Like you know what I mean? Just that. Like I've seen that so many times in like cartoons, movies, and shit. Like that's
yeah.
just legendary. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, the reason why I like that is basically what you said. It's like a legendary scene that you would always see like in other movies or even video games like Rock Band does it. Um I can just kind of like I like that feeling of like teenagers going out having a good time because it brings you back to those times where you just had like a great times with your friends and stuff like that. And I feel like that's what the movie gives to people that other movies don't really give. And like the dialogue between them, it doesn't seem like it's staged. It seems like how you would casually talk to your friend, which is why I like the movie so much. And it kind of brings you back to that like relaxed state of your teenage days where you just had fun, and it makes you think back when you were a teenager. That's why I like the movie so much. That's
Nah, honestly, Michael J. Fox literally just know I looked it up. He did this movie and Back to the Future like real close together, like within the same year or two. Like, and he became that nigga after this movie. Like after this movie and Back to the Future, he was literally that dude. Like,
yeah.
yeah, dialogue was real solid in the movie.
hmm
All right, so let's give me two more pros. So we're gonna do three pros, three cons.
Another pro was I liked the fact that the movie had like a good overall message when it came to who you are, who you want to be as a person. I believe that the movie was trying to show you that like sometimes who you are is good enough rather than who you want to be, because who you want to be is not really actually that all that great. And it also gives you another good theme of sometimes what's best for you is right in front of your face. Because this dude was going crazy over this girl, this popular girl, who didn't really care about him. But
Thought she was a thought.
as soon as he got all the clout, all that wolf clout, he was all over the guy. Like, and then I like that's which brings me back to that ending scene where he basically wins the game, but he was not the wolf no more. And then the girl was expecting him to go to her, but he walks right by her to go to that other girl that he likes. That was his friend. That was his childhood friend. I love that scene, bro. That scene made me so happy. It's like, yes, bro. Like you finally see like all this popularity shit is just bullshit. Like you gotta be yourself. You gotta be who you are, and you gotta be proud about what you have. Because not everyone is gonna really truly care about you for who you are.
All right, all right. So get three negatives.
Three negatives. One negative is like I think it's kind of unrealistic of how people accepted him so quick in the movie. Like he just turned into a wolf, and legit, the scene was kind of funny because everyone just kind of stopped playing basketball and they just stared at him. They were like, "Okay, yeah, he's a wolf. All right, let's keep on playing." And he just keeps on playing basketball, and he starts scoring, and they start winning. It's like, okay, who cares? He's a wolf. Like we're winning games. That's like it was so unrealistic, that part of it. Um, the second part I didn't like is how they didn't really go into depth of how his family came about, like becoming like werewolves. Like his mom wasn't really involved. It's just him and his dad, and his dad said, "Yeah, we just it's just been in a family line. We're wolves." And it's like, okay, if there's wolves, are there other creatures, or are there like, how did it all start? You know what I mean? It was kind of weird. Like they didn't really go really into his background, his family background, which I didn't like. And then one more part I did not like about the movie, I would say that it didn't really capture too much of him and Styles' friendship compared to like the new Teen Wolf that we all know. Styles and Scott are always hanging out together. In this one, it kind of seemed like Scott doesn't really hang out with Styles too much. It's just that like it's like a every now or so type of friendship, which I didn't like about it.
All right. Last question. Does it hold up?
I do think it holds up. Like I feel like I can watch that movie like over and over again. That's the one thing about like the '80s that I like. They actually make good movies where it's like it's replayable instead of just like as like one-off movies, because like I feel like a lot of people can relate to Scott and how he's feeling, how they want to be seen as someone special, even though they're special the way they are. So I think it can connect to a lot of people, and I feel like the overall like message to about the whole movie is pretty good. So yeah, I think it should hold up.
All right. So my movie is hold on. You know, we all know what time it is. Like it's turtle time. You feel me? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I just want to say, offer everybody knows like the Teenage Mutant Turtles. Like niggas don't know T Wolf. I just have to say that offer. Like that's just a fact. Like, I just want to let you know. Okay, so my movie is about four turtles who've been mutated by some type of mutagen, and they're raised by their father Splinter. They're in the sewers. They're basically learning to hide because they know that their appearance is too crazy. Like it's based on a real life, like real life situations. They know if they pop up, like that's a weird scene, like turtles. You know what I mean? So with the help of their friend Casey Jones and April O'Neil, they fight the Foot Clan and Shudder. All right, so offer three three pros. First pro, this movie, they definitely feel like they definitely feel like teenagers. That's one of the I feel like important things about the movie because like it would be it would be like it's a kids movie, but it's still I'd say it's more of a teenager movie than a kids movie, if that makes any sense. Um, uh, the characters, Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, like they're all realistic. They're not like caricatures, if that makes any sense. Each of them have like strong points, of course. Leonardo being the leader, Raphael being the hothead, Michelangelo being the party dude, the average teenager, like what I mean. Donatello being the brains of the system. I basically feel like all four of them, if like combined, would be like one regular person, if that makes any sense. They each have characteristics of somebody, and it kind of together would form like a really smart person, if that makes sense. Being able to control each of your emotions like that.
Yeah.
um Splinter, he still feels like the father figure. Like one of my favorite scenes is what's it called? When they captured him and he's hanging and he's talking to April O'Neil's son, and he's basically saying like he's basically telling him like a father like always has love for their kids, like what I mean. Like you felt that, like I even felt that, like, oh shit, like what I mean. Like I felt it like right there, like that shit was lit. Like the action in this movie, it wasn't as crazy as I thought it was back in the day. Of course, back in the day, I thought they was really spinning blocks, like, but now it kind of still looks like it's still good for the '90s. Like what I mean. Of course, it's not as crazy as like movies nowadays, but it still is good for the '90s. A
Yeah.
good action movie. I feel like it's definitely family friendly, whereas Teen Wolf, I don't feel like everybody like would like that. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like I
Yeah.
feel like it's a family. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I definitely feel like it's a family friendly movie. Also, my last pro is it was fucking hilarious. Like I was actually laughing. Like those scenes are, I was like, damn, that was actually a really funny joke. Like that it's weird to watch an old movie even though you've seen it and still get caught off like laughing at something, like what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Three cons. Like I said before, the action, it's a lot of lights shut off, they fuck up the people, and then the lights set on, the lights turn on, and like everybody's fucked up already, like what I mean. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of dark, the movie's real dark, and but you could tell because the helmets that they're using, if you look at their necks, it kind of looks like a helmet, like what I mean. So of
Yeah.
course the shadow is to cover the necks. um another con is just, I feel like they didn't really use Shredder or the Foot Cannon a lot. It was, but it makes sense because it's mostly on the turtles. But I liked how it said it was starting up, like it was like, oh, it's a crime wave, like we don't know, of course going after teenagers makes sense, like what I mean. But it just felt like they didn't really focus, like how are you training these young teens to be ninjas, like what,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what are you talking about? uh but yeah, that's basically my last con. Overall, I feel like this movie stands up 100%. Like it it kind of made me appreciate movies like that versus, because I recently watched 20, I think it was 2014 Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and
Mhm.
the difference were complete. Like it was completely like over the scale. How one movie looks like it's a love letter, the other movie looks like it's a cash grab.
Yeah. It's
So
crazy because, I feel like that, like with the '80s and like those older movies, like since they didn't have much, all you had was the acting and the dialogue, so it had to be on point. But now
oh,
that we have all that CGI and technology
mhm.
and stuff, like there's things in movies that lack that should be there. You know what I mean?
It was just no. It was one of the biggest independent movies of all time. Like what I mean. Like that movie, it did so good that parents like were like brought it to news about how the violence in the movie was too crazy. Even though I obviously don't think the violence was that crazy. They barely used their weapons. Like what I mean. But
Yeah.
all right. So I wanted to start it off rip. Teen Wolf was way too fucking long.
You feel like I feel like
It
they
was
grew
too
people.
long. I was dozing off a little bit, buddy. It kind of you it kind of drags on the point. Like we get it. Like the girl likes you. He doesn't see it. He's trying to
Mhm.
fuck with this blonde bitch. Like we get it. Like that's every. I feel like it literally was every teen movie. It didn't have. It did not have. If they took the werewolf out, it had nothing. It would have been the same movie. 100%.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
fact.
true. That's
Like
true.
literally that way. That werewolf shit. I think they literally used it just to sell the movie. Like you know what I mean? It's like we can't have another teen movie. Like oh he's a werewolf now. Like you know what I mean? I don't know if you ever seen a movie. I think it was called like like Werewolf in London or something like that. I forget what it's called. Just know there's an older werewolf movie, and that's a fucking werewolf movie. This movie is a fucking teen lovey drama, like lovey dovey type movie. Like I was like, come on, man, you got to give me a little bit more than just that. Like you know, what I mean, you got to give me a little bit more depth. Like we cannot have this nigga turn into a werewolf in the middle of the fucking basketball court. Everybody looks at him and he just starts balling on niggas and nobody says nothing. Nobody's
Yeah.
like, oh shit. Like, it's another day. Like, no. I refuse. I refuse to think. And then the bully, they seen how strong that nigga was. The bully's like, I don't give a fuck, I'll fuck him up. I don't give a fuck who he is, I'll fuck him up. Like,
I think
nigga.
I think with the bully, he kind of got like fed up, like because in the beginning when he turned to wolf, he didn't say anything to him, and then that one scene where he's like at the dance and he's dancing with the girl, that's when he got fed up. He's like, I don't give a damn. It's like he probably could fuck me up, but I don't give a damn no more.
Like, that's death.
And
Like, that's
as you can see, he almost killed him.
I'm just saying, man. Like I was
He
just
almost
like
killed him, and then he walks out the dance floor.
all I gotta say is how many movies do you have of I want this popular girl, but my friend she wants me. Like oh shit, let me choose my friend at the end.
It was like the OG version of that
I'm
though.
just saying like how many movies of that? How many movies can you name like that?
Probably a lot if I really think hard.
There's not one TMNT. You know what I mean? Let's talk about you know one movie's better than the other. Me and you both know that.
Of course, TMNT is better. I think it's better. The thing is, when we were making these selections, that didn't even come to my head for some reason.
Because I was thinking about watching the movie over again. And I was like, yo, it'd be dope if we kind of figure out some way to kind of like watch older movies. Because like this new movies are like, I don't know, it's whatever. Like you know what I mean? Just doing new movie reviews is kind of like everybody does that. Like watching a unique movie, like an old movie, a fan favorite. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Putting it head to head. You know, it'd be dope. Yeah.
Both teenage movies.
Exactly. That's the crazy. It's crazy how you said Teen Wolf, and I was like, oh, two teen movies. Which one's a better one?
Yeah, I would say I would say Mutant Turtles is better though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna
Mm.
lie. The funniest scene on TMNT was that Mikey scene when he was impersonating everyone. Was
Yeah,
it
it was Michelangelo. He's like,
Mike?
oh, you dirty rat. Yeah, Mikey is really that dude, bro. Like he was always my favorite. He was always my favorite. Did you have a favorite?
My favorite would have to be uh I like Raphael.
Really?
Cause he just look, he was always like all the shows, bro. He was always doing some crazy shit. Like, remember that one when he was wearing like the suit?
Yeah, like he was like a superhero.
Yeah, yo, that
Yeah,
was fire, bro. What was his name? I forgot his name.
yeah, I forgot it too.
Probably like the Knight Rider or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You're talking about yeah, that movie, the animated one.
Yeah, I like Raph because like he's annoying because like sometimes he be doing shit he shouldn't be doing, but like in
It
terms
makes
of
sense. He feels like he should be the leader. Like, you know what I mean? It feels like Leonardo was just born the leader. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, why should I listen to you?
what would you say is Leonardo's personality? He's pretty normal out of all of them. I feel like.
He's basically that kid that did all his homework, like that. You know what I mean? That oh, we got to study for the test. Like he's always focused on like helping out his teammates. Like, you know what I mean? He's focused on like not failing his master, not failing his brothers, like making sure they're all good. Like everybody else isn't focused on everybody. Like he's the only one who's focused on everybody. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
I
say
fuck
that.
with Leo. I fuck with Leo.
And then Mikey doesn't seem like he cares about anything. He's like, yo, as long as he has pizza and you having a good time, that's it.
Yeah, he's one of mine. He's one of my favorites. All right, so which one's better again?
Turtles. Yo, Donatello though, I feel like it didn't really capture how smart he was as a person in that movie.
I mean, it's the first movie. What did you want him to? You want him to build a robot?
Hell yeah, something. I don't
You
know.
know he's not that. Like, you know, it was the first movie. Yo, just know when they showed the turtles literally within the first like 15 minutes. And when I watched the Michael Bay one, they showed the turtles like 40 minutes in the movie. Like that's when you really saw the turtles. I was like, yo, these niggas is crazy. These niggas is crazy. Like I'm waiting for the day that we could actually get a good either Ninja Turtle movie or a good Ninja Turtle video game. One of the two, and I'll be straight. You know what I mean? The same with Power Rangers. A good video game or a good movie, I'll be Gucci. I'll be Gucci.
Yeah, you know what's kind of crazy? I was watching I didn't even finish that Power Ranger movie. I got bored of it.
The which one?
The
The
newest
the
came out.
newest one.
Yeah,
I liked it.
you liked
I
it?
like